Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a review slash dupe video for you guys. And I'm very excited to be sharing this video with you because today I am going to be testing out a possible dupe for a very popular cult favorite product in the beauty community. So you guys can probably already tell by the title that I'm going to be testing out a drugstore dupe, possible dupe, for the NARS Ita Brush. So right here I have got the NARS Ita Brush, and most of you guys probably know that this little brush was very difficult to get your hands on when it first started popping in the beauty community. Everybody was trying to get their hands on it. I know for me it took me quite a long time to finally get my hands on this brush. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I recently posted a photo on my Instagram because I saw that Black Radiance came out with a brush that looked exactly like the NARS Ita Brush. And when I saw that they came out with this brush, when they posted it on their Instagram, I was like, I need. So I reached out to them and I was like, oh my gosh, would it be possible for you to send me this brush so that I can do a dupes video? Because as soon as I saw the brush, I was like, I have to film a dupes video. I have to. Like, I just have to. And I wanted to get it up for you guys as soon as possible because it is a new product that has recently launched. And I knew it would be hell trying to find it in the local drugstores in my area because around here, stuff get gone quick. So I reached out to them and they were so sweet and were willing to send the brush to me. So here is the Black Radiance version of the NARS Ita Brush. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a side-by-side actual demo using both of these brushes and just letting you guys know my thoughts and opinions and a comparison of the two and letting you guys know if it's actually a dupe or not. So I'm really excited to get into this video. Before we get started, if you are new, hey, my name is Faye. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for today's video. I really hope that you enjoy and find it helpful. If you do, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe down below. It will add you to my fam here on YouTube, and also if you click on that bell, it will make sure that you get notified anytime that I upload a future video. So let's go ahead and get into this dupes video and test these brushes out and see if they are actual dupes. Alright guys, so before we get started, I just wanted to give you guys a couple of details about the two brushes, just comparing the pricing and all of that kind of stuff between the two of them. And yeah, so the Black Radiance brush, for those of you guys that are not familiar with Black Radiance, they are a drugstore brand, an affordable brand. You can find them at Walmart and Walgreens, and I believe you may also be able to find them at CVS and Rite Aid. I'm not for sure, but definitely at Walmart and Walgreens and also your local Target. And they recently launched this little brush right here, and I actually, for the first time while I'm sitting down filming this video, looked it up online, and this brush retails for $4.99. So I'm low-key a little bit shocked, and I'm just trying to pull up the site just to make sure. Yeah, $4.99. So when I pulled this up, I was like, $4.99, like for real? And those of you guys who have purchased the NARS Ita Brush, you guys already know why I'm like, what? $4.99? That is a bomb price. But again, they are a drugstore affordable brand, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But I'm just thinking about how much I spent on my NARS Ita Brush, and I'm like, where were you? But yeah, so just wanted to mention that to you guys. The pricing on this one is $4.99. The NARS Ita Brush you can find at Sephora and probably also on the NARS website, and this brush retails for $55. So you are literally saving $50 on this one compared to $55 for this one. So that right there off the bat is like, I mean, even outside of how difficult it has been to get your hands on this brush, I don't think it's as difficult anymore because most people who have really wanted it have had a chance to get their hands on it. But the trouble that I went through to get my hands on this brush and then the price that I had to pay, I have to say it was a little expensive. So let's go ahead and get into the demo because I know that's what you guys all want to see. And then I'll be back to let you guys know my thoughts and opinions about the two brushes. Alright, so as you guys can see, I am a little over halfway done with my makeup, and I went ahead and zoomed you guys in so that you guys could get an up close and personal look at how these brushes are going to perform. I've got my two brushes right here. I've got my NARS Ita Brush and I've got the new Black Radiance Contour Brush. And of course the NARS one is a little bit dirty because I have been using it, but for the most part we should still be able to compare the two. So on the left side of my face I'm going to use the NARS Ita Brush, and on the right side of my face I'm going to use the Black Radiance Contour Brush. So to contour I'm going to be using my Black Up contour palettes. I mentioned these in my Black Up haul. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link it for you guys down below. And I figured I would show you guys these babies in action, so that is what I'm going to be using to contour. So let's go ahead and start with the left side of my face, just because I do know how the NARS Ita Brush is going to work. So let's go ahead and just do that one first. And I'm going to be using the contour palette from Black Up in the shade 00, which just looks like this. And of course I'm going to be using this contour shade right over here. So I'm just going to dip my brush in the product, tap off the excess, and go ahead and start contouring my face. Okay, so I've got one side of my face done, as you guys can see. And of course, the thing I love about the NARS Ita Brush is that it gives you a really nice, sharp contour, but it still allows you to blend out the product. And same on my forehead. Look at the difference. Crazy, right? Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the Black Radiance one and see if it compares or accomplishes the same thing. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have got both sides of my face contoured. So I'm just going to go ahead and contour my nose also. I'm going to use the Black Radiance one on this side and the NARS Ita Brush on this side. Alright guys, so this is the finished contour. Again, like I said, we've got NARS on this side and the Black Radiance one over on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my makeup, and then I'll be right back to let you guys know my thoughts and opinions about these two brushes, comparing the two of them together. Alright, so I hope that you guys enjoyed that little demo. So now let's go ahead and get into a side-by-side comparison. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is if you hold the two brushes up right next to each other, one thing that you will notice is that the bristles on the Black Radiance brush are slightly longer. Not a whole lot longer, but they are just slightly longer. And that could be because this brush is new, and this one is a little bit older and more, used, and I've washed it a couple times, that these bristles are just less straight than this one because it is new. But that is the very first thing that I did notice about the Black Radiance one, is that the bristles are a little bit longer. I also noticed that the bristles on the Black Radiance brush seem to be, both of these are probably synthetic bristles, but the ones on the Black Radiance are much softer and they feel a lot more like a synthetic brush, whereas these bristles are a little bit more rough. Not rough like it hurts when you're blending it on your face, but they're not super soft. And the bristles on this one are also a little more dense, and you probably were able to see that in the demo, that this brush right here is a lot more flexible in comparison to this one. It's a lot more dense, and I think the NARS Ita Brush actually has more bristles in it in comparison to the Black Radiance one, which is why this one may be, I mean, obviously that's the definition of dense. But yeah, I think this one has a little bit more bristles, which makes it a little less flexible. Now, when I actually use the brushes on my face, one thing that I did notice is that because the NARS Ita Brush is slightly more dense, it made it very easy for me to get a very sharp, precise application of the product. Now with the Black Radiance brush, it was not necessarily difficult to get a sharp line, but it did take me like probably a couple extra seconds in comparison to this one, because since this brush is a lot more fluffy and flexible, I really had to apply less pressure on this brush to keep the bristles as straight as possible to really get that straight line that I'm usually going for when I use these types of brushes. So that is one difference that I did notice. Now on the flip side, this brush, because it is a little bit more dense, you can still blend out your contour, but again, this one is a little bit less flexible. This one, on the other hand, I felt like blended out my contour like a dream once I got that really sharp line that I was going for. Because the bristles are so flexible, it made it really easy to really buff and blend it out, which of course when you're blending out anything, blending out shadows in your crease or anything like that, it always helps to have a flexible brush, because it really helps to buff it out and give you that really nice, flawless, blended look. So again, like I said, once I got the sharp line, and then when I went in and I was actually, you know, buffing and blending it out, this one did a phenomenal job of blending because the bristles are much more flexible. Okay, so those are my overall thoughts about the two of these brushes, side-by-side comparison after using the two of them on my face. Would I say that they are dupes? I would say yes, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised that no other makeup brand or company has thought to do this. Like, I'm honestly very surprised, because this brush is such a popular item. And normally you see brands, you know, when things are popular, they all kind of jump on the bandwagon and put their own spin on it. So I was very surprised to see that no other company came out with a brush like this to capitalize on the popularity of this item. So for Black Radiance to do that, to do it at an affordable price, $4.99, something that everyone can afford for the most part, and making it available, you know, so that pretty much anyone can get their hands on it, honestly, I think was genius, which is why I really wanted to make sure that I reviewed the two of these and let you guys know my thoughts on them, so that you can decide, you know, if it's something that you want to get your hands on. But I 100% would say that if you are looking for an affordable option to the NARS Ita brush, if you have always wanted to get your hands on it, or if you have had a very difficult time getting your hands on it and you just want a more affordable option, I would definitely recommend that you get your hands on this one. And I will link it for you guys down below, so that if you want to go ahead and purchase it, like I said, it is only $4.99, which you cannot beat that. You cannot beat that. So I will link it for you guys down below, and that way it'll make it really easy for you guys to find it if you want to go ahead and purchase it. But yes, dupe or nah, I say yes, it is definitely a dupe. So yeah, I don't want to keep on talking in circles, because I'll kind of start to repeat myself and saying the same thing. But basically, point blank period, the brush is bomb. There are some differences, as I mentioned, but I think once I, you know, put a little bit of miles on this, wash it a couple times, really break it in, I feel like the differences between the two of these will be like very few and far between. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a ton. Let me know down below if you've been able to get your hands on this brush, or if you plan on purchasing it, or if you've already tried it. Let me know down below your thoughts. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to share with you guys. Please feel free to share this video with your friends or anyone that you think might find this review helpful. And you can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook. All of those are Fayy Lenee Beauty, and my Snapchat is FayyLeneeSnaps. So definitely come and hang out with me over on those social media platforms. And I think that is pretty much all that I have to share with you guys. So thanks so much again for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.